Welcome to Knights Arena at Southern Virginia University. We are coming to you live courtside on Knights Broadcasting. I'm Scotty Winterton, and I'm joined by my ever-faithful companion and colleague, Adam Peterson. We bring you a contest tonight, the first home men's basketball game of the 2021-2022 basketball season. The Knights are going up against the Eastern Mennonite Royals. This is the first game for both of these teams in terms of a live action basketball game, and these teams both only having played 4 games in the 2020-2021 season, which really was just played in the spring of earlier this year. Adam, we don't really know what to expect today except for some hard action basketball.
Yeah, we're just excited to see the teams on the court, and that's kind of the feel that we got from both teams coming into this one. They're just excited for a normal season of basketball, and you can see it here in the first 30 seconds with the Knights flying all over the court defensively.
Great job. We'll bring you data and stats from the last 2 seasons as the evening wears on. Coach Adam Wardenberg leading his Knights for his second full season as the men's head basketball coach. However, that first season doesn't really count, right? Last 2020-2021 season. Heading up the Royals is Melvin Felix. We'll talk more about him as well. The Knights just drawing a charge. Defense has been at a premium for Coach Wardenberg. It's been that way for his career, both as a coach for the women as well as bringing in that defensive first mentality to the men's basketball team. Adam, the last time these Knights had a win was against these very Royals, December of 2019.
Yeah, almost 2 full years since the Knights have had a victory, and it did come exactly as you said against this Eastern Mennonite University team. And you know the Knights coming into this one are hoping for a similar outcome. But the Royals are definitely ramped up on the defensive end since the last time we saw them here at Knights Arena.
Yeah, they're playing strong. The Knights have almost everybody that's starting right now for the Knights were not on the team 2 years ago when they got the last win. This is a brand new basketball team on the court, and in fact, only 2 players from that 2019 team are on the roster right now.
Yeah, lots of new faces from 2 years ago, but also a lot of returners, 8 returners from last year's shortened spring season, as you mentioned. So had quite some time in Wardenberg's system, know what he's looking for, and really working hard, especially on this defensive end, like you mentioned.
Tim Jones is the point guard for the Royals. He's leading this squad, bringing the ball down the court. Foul called on the Knights on Isaiah Marchant. Marchant, one of the seniors on this team, just a few seniors, only 4 seniors on this team. 3 seniors on the team, Marchant being one of them, Scotty Zeigner and Quentin Acree, but Quentin's not playing this season most likely. So really just 2 seniors, Adam, on this Knights roster.
Yeah, going back to that foul, it was really good defense the whole possession, and it was a bailout really by Marchant there on Jones. And again, the Royals are forced deep into the shot clock, but again bailed out this time by an offensive rebound there, and they're going to get a fresh 20.
Yeah, offensive foul being called on the Royals.
And that's good work on the defensive end by the Knights. That's a long time to be playing tight defense, which is what Coach Wardenberg expects. And that was just great hustle there.
Yeah, Mark Burkhalter, the senior from Broadway, Virginia, called for that offensive foul. Man-to-man defense for the Royals. Long three-pointer from Zeigner does not go down. 3 minutes into this first half, and we're still at 2-0. Another three-pointer, this one attempted from Burkhalter.
Yeah, Coach Felix coming in to this one as we're going to have a foul. And Jesse Barker is upset there, wanted the and one, but he's going to go to the free throw line. But coming into this one, Coach Felix for the Royals was really hopeful that their defense could be in the top 4 in the conference and sit around 5 or 6, so kind of middle of the pack in the ODAC offensively. But that was a huge emphasis coming into the season, was defense. Last year offensively they did pretty well, scoring 79.5 points per game. So defensively is what the focus was on for the Royals this offseason.
We had a subs that Zeigner comes out as sixth man. Aaron Levitt, the forward from Orem, Utah, subs in. Married to one of my colleagues in the admissions office, Mariah Levitt. A couple married players on this Knights men's basketball team. Second team foul called on the Knights. Still undefeated in this scorebook right now are the Knights. Almost 4 minutes into this first half, and there's 0 points. Marchant tried to get that ball, wasn't able to get it, as Mark Burkholder did a great job getting that ball, keeping it alive for the Royals.
And Coach Wardenberg's a little bit upset right there. Thought there should have been a foul call on Marchant. And we're going to have a travel call here on the other Marchant. This time Connor gets called for the travel. We're going to go into our first media timeout of the night.
Yeah, the brothers playing together. Connor Marchant, both of them coming from Toledo, Oregon, Toledo Junior Senior High School. Isaiah, as I mentioned, is the senior, is his brother, comes in as a sophomore, both guards on this team. Younger brother Connor, a little bit taller, 6 foot. Both of them starting.
Yeah, fun fact about the Marchant brothers, both of them 2A Player of the Year in high school. Older brother Isaiah, 2-time first team All-State, and then 2016 Player of the Year. Younger brother Connor, 2020 Player of the Year, also a state champ as a senior in high school.
You know, this team, they don't have, speaking of the Knights, they don't have the tallest team that you're going to see in the conference, but they come in with some shooters and some speed, and coach wants to play defense, right? And with those 3 things, shooters, speed, and defense, you can play in the Division III level. It's not about 7-footers. There aren't many of them out there.
Yeah, and even as a big, which Jesse Barker is forced to play that big role on our team for the Knights, it really just comes down to hustle and hard work, and he's one of the hardest workers on this team and on this campus in general. And he takes a
Barker takes a long 3. If he's hitting 3-pointers, the Knights running sort of a 5-out, they're not going to run a true big in the middle. He steps out and he can hit a 3. That's going to bode well for the Knights going forward. Levitt steps out a little far. Great pass inside, hitting Chris Simmons. Burkholder doing a great job in ball control, doing all the little things for his team. That time penetrating against Levitt, finding his teammate Simmons underneath. Great finish on the reverse side for Simmons.
Yeah, Simmons did a great job using the basket to protect him from the shot block there. Here's some good hustle on defense from the Royals as well.
Spencer finding his teammate Marchant out wide. Now Spencer with the shot. Misses 3, just short. Pushing quickly.
Royals looking to break there.
Yeah, they're gonna. That was Tim Jones getting up, pushing strong. He's a really strong player. The point guard looking to move that ball as quickly as possible for his team. Marchant draws the foul, 3rd on the team. comes off shaking his head. Cade Herrick subbing in, the freshman from La Canada, California. Or La Cañada, depending on the Enye.
Yeah, had to bring Herrick in with those two fouls, two fairly quick fouls on Isaiah. Second one a little questionable.
Also in for the Knights is Malachi Olson, another freshman from McCall, Idaho, 6'5". Levitt takes the ball strong to the middle, gets into the key, gets up, gets fouled. Foul on number 4, Landon Swigler. Swingler is first year from Charlottesville, Virginia. Went to the Regent School, private school up in Charlottesville.
Yeah, and I know they're expecting big things from him this season. He was one of the players that Coach Felix mentioned, one of those freshmen that they're expecting to come in and play a pretty big role.
Second one missed from Levitt. Also in now, Aviwe Malong from Johannesburg, South Africa. Turnover, charge, second charge we've seen on the Royals. Third offensive foul. The Knights just working hard to D up the Royals. Nursing that 1-point lead. 6 minutes expired in this first half.
Yeah, and you can tell that taking charges was something that the coaching staff were teaching to the players this year, because we've seen them do that quite a few times early on in this game. And there's a good basket off the pick and roll.
Great cut from Olson and the find from Herrick. Herrick trying to keep Tim Jones out of the key. Malong gets into the key, doesn't finish. Herrick finding Spencer up high. That three-pointer missed, and Jones now moving that ball quickly to Malong. Burkholder had a lot to do with defense and offense in the first few minutes. We haven't seen much from him recently. Jones setting things up, pick and roll high, trying to push him to his right hand. The lefty, nice turn and fade away from Tim Jones.
Yeah, that's just a fifth-year senior move right there. Knows he has the smaller Herrick freshman on him and just uses his power, and then just a great finish.
Olsen unable to finish on his end. Jones finding his teammate, Malong, the Johannesburg, South African native, finishing the three-pointer. The Knights now down by 2. Marchand up top to Levitt. Back pick coming on Levitt. Herrick now with the ball at the point. Penetrating, finding Levitt quickly. Nice penetration from Herrick. Herrick doing a little John Stockton back pick action. Able to find Levitt on that. Tie game. Knights running their 5-out motion offense. Man-to-man for the Royals. Levitt off the pick. Finding Olsen. Olsen now finishes.
Yeah, and that really all came from Levitt there penetrating. And we're going to have a timeout here by the Royals. But as I was saying, that all comes from Levitt attacking. The offense looked a little bit stagnant. You could hear the coaching staff here on the sideline yelling at the players saying, you got to move, you got to move. And really, everyone kind of standing still until Levitt attacked the basket and was able to find his teammate there for an easy basket.
Right, using that pick from Herrick. The lack of support from Hagerman. Not really staying with Levitt right there. And Levitt doing a great job finding Olsen when the help came. Levitt, the junior from Orem, Utah, as I mentioned. Olsen 6'5" freshman from McCall, Idaho, Rollins High School. You know, when you look down this, Adam, you know, there's just so many freshmen, sophomores, that it's interesting to see how Coach Wardenberg is going to bring this team together, because certainly, you know, he's coaching with his dad for the first time. John Wardenberg, who we'll talk more about this over the course of the year, I'm sure, but John Wardenberg has coached a lot of basketball in his day, coming out here to help Adam as his assistant. What a cool experience to have a father-son coaching. A little reverse than what you normally see. Now in at point is Jameel Davis in for Jones. Hagerman with the shot just above the key, a little short. Great rebound from Marchant, who comes in with those 2 fouls. Coach trusting him. Herrick kicks the ball wide to Zeigner. Zeigner splashes a 3. Knights up 5. Almost halfway through this first period. Long 3 falls short. In and out of the hands of Davis. And Marchant finds the wing. Zeigner to Olsen off of the handoff. Herrick, quick shot, snapped out with his hand. Looked like it was going to come short. He looked like he was going to jump in to get the rebound, and it splashes the bottom of the net. Great find inside, but a charge comes for the Knights. It's a great look from Davis, finding his teammate Watlington underneath. Had a clear layup, but he got in the air and unable to control himself in the air, and the Knights pull a 4th offensive foul against the Royals. It's a great job from the Knights, stepping up and playing some strong defense.
And heading into this second media timeout, you know that's going to be a point of emphasis for Coach Felix in the huddle for the Royals. Got a jump stop. You know they're trying to charge. Can't get up in the air going at the basket, or you're going to get called for that every time. So at least I'm expecting next time we see someone get penetration like that for the Royals, it's going to be a jump stop and then make your decision. Jump stop and go up, try to get fouled, jump stop, and make a good pass.
And, you know, he did a great job penetrating, and with Marchant on the back, like, Marchant's not going to make that foul. He's already got 2. And it was a great find to Watlington. But as you mentioned, all he had to do was come to a jump stop, hand the ball off underneath. It was an easy 2 points.
Yeah, and that's also a first college game jitters. And you can expect some of those mistakes, and I'm sure we'll get that cleaned up.
So the Knights right now, 7 of 13, shooting 53%. And holding the Royals to 35%, 5 of 14 shooting. The Royals are 1 of 7 from three-point land. The Knights are 3 of 8. That's the difference in the game right now, are those 2 3-point shots the Knights have hit. Herrick comes off the screen, just short. Olsen had a chance at that rebound underneath, knocked out of his hands, and now Davis brings the ball up quickly. Marchant playing again with those 2 fouls. Point guard on point guard here. Pick and roll. Great penetration from Chris Simmons, but unable to find the bounce pass and connect on it. The younger Marchant now kicking the ball wide. Great pass to his brother, who kicks it out quickly. Number 15, Scotty Zeigner, the Hood River, Oregon product. Senior, 6'4", hits the 3-pointer. The Knights now up by 11.
Yeah, and in the shortened 4-game season last year, Scotty was 3 for 8 from 3-point, 37.5%. And like you mentioned earlier, if the bigs are going to be able to hit those threes, Zeigner and Barker, they're going to be tough to guard on the defensive end.
Watlington there with a great move, gets the foul, gets the and one. much needed for the Royals to stem the run of the Knights, trying to bring this back to an 8-point game. Good job hitting it. Subbing in now, 23. DeJordan Brown also in, number 3 for the Royals, Ms. Ngwigwe. Ngwigwe, Norristown, Pennsylvania product, started back in off the bench. Also in, Jesse Barker. Herrick has done such a great job off the bench, finding Barker for his second three-pointer of the game. Barker pointing to his family running down the court.
Yeah, just as I mentioned, if Zeigner and Barker are going to be able to hit threes, it's going to be a long night for the Royals.
Ball down, loose ball foul coming against Elliott Spencer. Tim Jones does a great job with that lefty penetration. Herrick has done everything he could to keep him off his left hand, but he will penetrate when he gets to that left-hand side.
Yeah, and on that foul, great positioning there by Spencer. And just reached in, and kind of unnecessarily reached in right there because he was in good spot.
On the inbound, another foul called on the Knights.
And it's going to be a third foul.
Marchand had to be a little more careful than that. His brother going to sub in for him.
That's going to hurt the Knights. Still basically 9 minutes remaining here in this first half and 3 fouls already.
Jones hits the front end.
For your starting point guard and leading scorer from last year, averaged 12.3 points per game last year.
Fortunately, Herrick has been doing a great job. Also back in Zeigner, back in Levitt coming to the bench. Deep three for Herrick. He is looking to take his shot. He is shooting with confidence, coming off of those screens.
Yeah, and you love to see that from the freshman. You might think that coming into his first college game would have some freshman jitters, but lots of confidence, as you mentioned, from Herrick.
Zeigner with the pump, kicking out to Herrick, looking to splash again. No, but a good rebound and then a lost ball for Spencer. Spencer did a good job jumping in on that, but lost it on the dribble. Levitt subbing in for Zeigner. The Knights thus far running an 8-man bench. Knights running a little half-court press. Indeed, into the post, but a hook and an offensive foul. Kobe Alexander, the senior, getting that ball just off the low block. Spins, got himself inside, but the ref's going to call a hook as he came in.
Yeah, and that was a good call there. You can get away with that if you're using your elbows. If you get your elbow around him, but he had one hand off the ball and got his hand all the way down on Levitt's leg there, and that's why the foul was called, and it's going to be a turnover for the Royals. Ball back to the Knights.
You know, a little bit. He's probably calling it, from a little bit before, as the entry pass came in. A little bit of a ticky-tack foul, but the refs are calling it tight. You never know what the point of emphasis is going to be from game to game or season to season. I haven't seen any of the emails that have gone out to the referees, but there's always something in college basketball that they're looking to improve or clean up. The Knights now up by 12 against the Royals. Both teams sitting on 4 timeouts. The Knights with 16 fouls. The Royals with 7. The Knights still hitting over 50% from the field. The Royals are 6 of 13, hitting 37%. Still haven't taken another three-pointer, but the Knights now 6 of 13 from three-point range, largely on the back of Barker and Herrick. Handoff, Herrick to Marchand. Marchand to Levitt for a three-pointer. Levitt feeling it with his team. Another three-pointer for the Knights, making them 7 of 14, 50% from the field, rather from the three-point line. Knights scrambling in this zone defense. Great job finding the down-low pass. Foul on Barker. Burkhalter with a strong finish. He's an impressive player. The 6'7" senior from Broadway, Virginia. Very impressive.
Yeah, Barker's going to be frustrated with that one.
And the and one play completed. Barker did start all 4 games for the Royals in the shortened COVID season. Herrick off the screen from Olsen. Had Olsen screening there. Got him open to travel from Elliott Spencer. The Bountiful Utah native. 6'2" sophomore. Lifts his pivot foot. Called the travel.
Yeah.
Knights again with the half-court press.
And you've seen Spencer working really hard on the defensive end, and that's not new to him in this Knights system. Region 5 Defensive Player of the Year in high school, as you said, out of Bountiful, Utah.
That height differential allows Jones to see over the top of Herrick. Herrick doing a great job taking away that left hand, but he's a shorter player than Jones, and Jones taking advantage of that.
And just as I mentioned, Spencer being Defensive Player of the Year, he gets back cut there. Won't see that very often.
Great job with the pump fake, finish on the left-hand block from Olsen. Showing the guns, showing the strength. He'll come in for a one-on-one, look to put the Knights up by 13. Brown did a good job on the other end for that 22nd point of the Royals, getting that basket on the assist from Jones, and then coming down the other end. The Knights make up for the lack of defense by getting a point, getting to the line. First game, Coach Wardenberg trying to get some clarification.
Coach Wardenberg gets some clarification from the scorer's table and the referees. There was a foul call switch. That is just a second on Burkholder.
Brown finding teammate up top. Watlington unable to finish that shot. Foul, loose ball foul, calling 22 to push. Watlington after the miss commits the foul. Another Newport News native. 6'6", 180, first year. Long lean, long reach from Watlington, and now the Knights with 9 fouls. That's the 9th foul on the Royals. Will stay go to the 1-and-1. First one up from Connor Marchand. Marchand
didn't take a free throw last year in the 3 games
and not one
that he played in. And he goes 2 for 2 here.
That's his first point of the season. He's currently 0 for 1 in this game. Fighting through the screens. Great job from Jones creating opportunities. Brown underneath. Knights being all around Simmons, not allowing easy opportunities. Nice right-handed runner from Jones. Jones trying to jump Herrick. Herrick does a good job not turning the ball over. Slip there from Olsen. One-on-one against Simmons. Gets to the key. Soft rim. Friendly to the Knights. Olsen finishes, putting the Knights up by 15. 5 minutes left in this first half.
Yeah, you can tell the Knights are confident with Olsen right there in that short corner in the one-on-one game. Makes a good move.
Air ball from Jones as he stopped. He can shoot over Herrick with his height, his jumping ability. Be a smart play for him, but the touch betrayed him. Here's the air ball chant from the crowd.
Yeah, and he's a little upset there, saying Herrick got under his feet after the jump, causing him to fall. Ref says no foul. Again, Olsen gets that short corner.
The pump fake and the finish from Spencer. They're calling a block on that. The and one from Spencer. Great job with the hesitation, the pump fake. 23 Brown with the block. 10th foul. Knights will be in the double bonus for the next 5 minutes. Spencer's going to step in, try to put his team up 24-42.
Yeah, last year the Knights only shooting 53% from the free throw line. And that could be a huge boost if they're able to shoot better than that here in this next 5 minutes.
Oh, with the half-court press. Marchand jumped that. Connor not able to finish it. And then a great bucket on the wing. Stems the tide for the Royals. That was a great shot. Only the second of 10 three-pointers made for the Royals. Swingler again on that left hand looking for a three-point opportunity. Herrick being a nuisance. Olsen fighting for that rebound. Gets it from Brown. Herrick again pushing quick. Pick comes from Olsen up top. Levitt with a quick three-pointer. Comes up short. And Swingler will push that ball. Wardenberg wants to carry. Not going to get it. Brown wants the pick and roll. Olsen will step deep to defend. Pump fake. Swingler doesn't pull the trigger on this three-pointer. Long two. That was Simmons. Misses short, but his teammate able to corral it. That was Maylong. And then for his 5th straight point is Swingler.
Yeah, nice little fadeaway off of 1 foot. Gets into a good spot after a good back cut.
Olsen working with Herrick. Herrick airballs that, but Levitt there finds with a pass to Olsen. The no look. Olsen's not able to finish. And then the reach in from Spencer will bring the Royals down to the foul line. Media timeout. The Knights not able to take advantage of that really nice play from Levitt. The rebound off the air ball, grabbing it, no look to Olsen. Just not able to finish was Olsen. Maybe a little bit of a heat check for Herrick. Came off that, fading away, a little bit on his back foot.
Yeah, and really, biggest differences being field goal percentage in general. Knights shooting 56%, 14 of 25 shots, while the Royals are shooting 42.3%. But the three-point field goal percentage, 43.8 for the Knights and 22 of 10 for the Royals. And also the points off the bench, 21 points off the bench for the Knights, which is something that, the Knights are going to have a balanced attack rotate these guys in and let everyone play their game with confidence, and we've seen that early on.
Right, the play of Levitt and Olsen coming off the bench has been fantastic.
Yeah, and also Herrick with those 2 threes giving him 6
right,
points.
Herrick, right. Those 3 have carried the bulk of the play, not just for the bench, but for all of the players. Brown hits the front end of the 1-and-1. Fighting back to 12 points down. Now 11. Marchand, the Connor variety, goes to Olsen. Gets it back off the pick and roll. Nice job with the floater from Connor Marchand. The sophomore looking slick. Smooth play, finishing with his left hand. Backup point guard Davis, setting the table for his team. Brown picks up his dribble, ill-advised. Simmons, though, great job driving. The help is there, throws his shot off, and loose ball gathered by Davis. Pushing him to his left. And rebound corralled by Simmons off the poor shot. Simmons doing a great job in that set, helping the Royals with offensive rebounding and eventually finishing the backdoor cut to Marchand. Knights swing quickly all the way back around. Marchand finishes with the 3 off the penetration. The Knights now up by 14. 2 minutes left in this half.
Yeah, Knights continuing to play really great defense, but really what's been holding them back is rebounding. 7 offensive rebounds in this first half for the Royals. This time they are able to corral that one.
Some of that's some height differential. The Knights, as we mentioned before, they're not going to be the tallest player, the tallest team that you're going to see in the conference. Swingler this time misses the 3.
Yeah, last time down the court, you saw Malachi Olsen get the ball right at the free throw line, and the defense just let him shoot, and it wasn't a great shot. I'm sure he can shoot better than that, but we'll see if they'll give him some more space and kind of force him to shoot it.
Marchand with another 3. That's 2 in a row for him. The Knights running foul on Herrick. I think that's on the shot against Swingler. Ninth team foul on the Knights. They'll be shooting 2. Swingler, or Davis rather, will be shooting 2. Knights up 17.
Timeout by Coach Wardenberg.
So with some of the offensive woes the Knights have seen in the past 2 years, the 2019 and the shortened season, getting 50 points in a half is a great job in holding thus far their opponents to just 33.
Yeah, last year only averaging 64.8 points per game, and as you mentioned, at 50 here in this first half with just under a minute left to go, looking to add a few more before halftime.
The Knights with 10 assists, doing a great job of running these high weave and screen and rolls, but then not settling. I mean, they've taken 18 three-pointers, but I also feel like they're getting to the paint. And you see the Royals trying to do that too. The Knights are collapsing on the drives, and the Royals just aren't hitting their three-point shots.
Yeah, that's the difference, as you mentioned. Knights attacking, and the Royals are struggling with knowing what to do. Leave your shooter and collapse like the Knights are doing, or let the one-on-one defense have to be the case and giving up some easy layups.
The Knights have had good motion and spacing throughout most of the half. Double pick there Quick entry pass to Olsen with a little bit of a sneaky underhand pass, no look, finding his teammate Marchant. Last time Olsen was in that position, he backed in and strong-armed the basket for an and one. This time finding the cutting Connor Marchant.
And the two brothers do so many good things on the basketball court, but moving without the ball might be one of the best things that both of them do.
Jones gets in, tip coming from teammate Watlington. Long play, not much room in the barn for full-length shots here. If you're gonna put a full court shot up, you better put it on a rope. Otherwise you're hitting a light. So good finish at the end from the Royals, bringing this to a 15-point deficit. You talked about this just a moment ago, Adam. The reason this isn't really a blowout is the second chance points for the Royals. They've got 8 second chance points. You talked about the 7 offensive rebounds. Both teams with 18 points in the paint. The Knights, though, when they drive and kick, have been finding the bottom of the net with their three-point shooting. But those second chance points for the Royals really keeping them in a position where they're still within shooting range of the Knights. They almost got it to single digits, getting it to a 10-point lead, and then the Knights jumped back out to 17.
15 minutes.
Should be a 15-minute halftime, not a 10-minute halftime. First home game of the season.
Taylor.
Please turn your attention to center court.
Well, this has been fun. We didn't know what to expect. I think both teams have been pushing the ball. Only 4 fast break points for the Knights, 2 just at 1 bucket in fast break for the Royals. So neither team really able to jump in and run the other team off the court. But it hasn't been shot clock violations left and right.
Yeah,
there's really only 1 or 2 that they've pushed the shot clock. Both teams are playing pretty fast.
Yeah, and we will turn the time over to the dance team now, as you can, if you are joining the broadcast for your dancers. Hope you enjoy that.
And welcome back to Knights Arena on Knight Broadcasting. Again, bringing you the Knights men's basketball team first home game of the season up against the Eastern Mennonite Royals. The Knights up by 15 at the end of that first half, coming in with a dominant defensive performance, holding the Royals to 37 points. Also on the offensive end, behind some great three-point shooting, getting 52 points. On their way to a century mark, trying to get there. 9 of 18 from the three-point line, shooting 50%. The Knights overall 60%, 8 of 30. Royals shooting 13 of 33 for 39%, 2 of 11, 18% from the three-point line. However, they do have 7 offensive rebounds, 9 for 9 from the stripe, and 18 points in the paint. Strong play. And from the bench also of the Royals, 14 points off the bench. However, the Knights off the back of Harris and Olsen and Levitt getting 21 bench points. This has been a lot of fun, Adam.
Yeah, it has been a lot of fun, and it will be interesting to see what happens in the second half when the Knights don't shoot as well, because that's going to be tough to keep up. As you mentioned, 50% from three-point, which is just absolutely ridiculous. If I would love to see them keep that up, but if they can't, how they switch up tactics, what they do to change it up and keep scoring, as you mentioned, over halfway to 100 points. They also have to apologize to the Marchant family back home in Oregon or wherever they are watching this from. We got some clarification, and right off the bat we get to use it, and that was Isaiah Marchant there with a 3.
He forgives you, obviously, and me. He wanted to let us know that all was forgiven. Hit a three-pointer. I heard him look over and say, "Don't worry, Adam, I got your back." And the Knights now go up 18, three-point. Elliot Spencer finding the bottom of the net. He was 1 for 4 in the first half, 0 for 3 from three-point land. This time stepping up and finding the bottom of the net.
And one thing with Spencer, in the first half, we heard the coaching staff, every time he shot or pump faked and dribbled, telling him to shoot right off the bat and shoot with confidence, and he does it right there. Catches the ball, knew what he was doing, went up with confidence, and it goes to the back of the net.
Barker picks up his third foul just a minute into this third half. He really led the night. He was the power of the Knights in the first 5 minutes on their offense. Quieted down in the second part of that first half. It was okay because Olsen stepped up as the big, but he really is the only big that the Knights have going. Him and Zeigner kind of sharing responsibilities of big play for the Knights, but Barker's 6'3" and Zeigner's 6'4". You know, the Knights aren't playing with, like you said, the biggest lineup.
And that's the first 2 points of the night after he hits his first 2 free throws for Ms. Nigwegwe, who hits his third as well. Had just under 9 points per game last season in the 3 games that he did play, shooting 45%, excuse me.
The Knights with their motion. Marchand finding Zeigner. Zeigner, bottom of the net with the three-pointer. The Knights hitting their first 2 three-pointers of this second half. Continue being hot, and the help from Barker a little too much, and Simmons able to get the drive off the swing pass. Knights again running this pick, handoff. Resetting with Barker at the point. Burkholder on him. Zeigner now, far right. Strong defense. The right-handed runner not able to finish with Zeigner. Rebound gets tipped to Simmons. Quick play from Nigwegwe. And the shot, rebound tip from Marchand. He goes down, grabbing his lower left leg. Looks like it's a cramp. Yeah, just a cramp. Head athletic trainer Chad Mahaffey out there to help work through this cramp.
And you saw Coach Wardenberg run over there right away, really worried, but it does look like it's just a cramp, thankfully.
Knights now leading by 20, shooting 57% from the three-point line, 61% overall from the field. If the Knights can continue to rebound, they don't have to lead in rebounding, but if they can stay close, curb the offensive rebounding of the Royals, if they can do that, the Royals are going to be hard-pressed to get back into this game because the Knights are really playing active defense. They're shutting down the lane, they're collapsing on the lane, and they're forcing these outside shots to be hit from the Royals, and the Royals just haven't been doing it. Again, shooting 38% now from the field.
Yeah, unless there's a complete switch where in the second half the Royals start shooting around 60% or hovering around that number from 3 like the Knights have done this game, and they switch to the under 20% that the Royals have been shooting from 3. That's the only way that the Royals are going to be able to come back from this 20-point deficit here in the second half.
Levitt checks in. Herrick also in. Herrick leads the Knights with 6 assists and hit those 2 three-pointers, 6 points, 6 assists. Seeing if he can garner himself a double-double off the bench. Jones being up full court. On these 3 fouls is Isaiah Marchand. High pick and roll. The switch from Burkholder. Levitt driving to the key, gets double teamed, drags that left pivot foot Good move getting in there. It's the first time we've seen him in this half really get that ball and push down. I mean, he just checked in. It was in that set, the Knights were not looking to drive. They were just swinging around the perimeter looking for the open jumpers. They needed Levitt or somebody to drive that ball. Did a great job.
Yeah, Levitt really is the only Knights player that is consistently looking to drive to the key, as there's an easy basket for Burkholder and the Royals.
As he comes across the front of the lane, and a late pickup on the switch was Levitt, not getting physical. He gets that ball inside the key. That's going to be an easy bucket for Burkholder. Long three-pointer from Herrick. Rebound corralled by Maylong. Nice little runner from Nguegwe.
Yeah, we didn't see much of him in the first half. As we mentioned earlier, got his first 3 points at the charity strike here in the second half. Going to be probably a point of emphasis here in the second half that he can attack and get going on the offensive end, because he is one of those players to watch.
A lot of switching from the Royals right now off of the picks. And Burkholder called with the push in the back. It'll be on the ground. Third personal on Burkholder. He's the second leading scorer with 7 points for the Royals. And I think really kind of the engine driving this team. Him and Jones. Bounce pass to Barker. Not able to finish, but Burkholder unable to corral the easy rebound. Burkholder with 3 fouls will come out, and Watlington, the freshman, will sub in. Long, lean player, 6 foot, long arm span. Barely beating the 5-second call. Oh, slips, and a little bit of a hip check there on Tim Jones. No, sorry, it's on Nguegwe. Number 2 on Nguegwe. He subs out. Brown comes in. That's 2 team fouls on the Royals, 1 on the Knights. Nice drive, baseline deflection off of the double team against Elliott. Inside out play from Jones. Jones finally gets that ball, drives off the hesitation, and that's the 4th foul on Isaiah Marchant.
Yeah, and you can tell that in the locker room at halftime, Coach Felix and the Royals were discussing their defense, because even though in the first half the Knights were shooting so well, no matter what the defense was doing, it wouldn't have helped much. They were just shooting so well. But here in the second half, they've been much more active. You mentioned calling out those switches, switching a lot, trusting their bigs, especially Burkholder, who's a really athletic big, to be able to switch on everything and guard the guards, and that's really helped them early on in this second half.
Right. And Tim Jones, who's going to the line, all-conference player for the Royals. He has in 2020 season, had a 27-point game against Bridgewater in the ODAC. He's the player that's going to have to lead this team in his attacking play. He can really get to the key almost any time he wants. If he's on his left hand, he is so strong. The Knights did a great job cutting off that left hand. Herrick, you saw him really focusing on that left hand, trying to push him right. You saw the left-handed drive this time, the approach, not cutting off that left hand. In lacrosse, we call that you approach the right foot if you want to push him right. And that approach, giving him his left hand, gets to the line, hits the first of 2. Olsen is checked in, and Connor Marchant in as well. The Knights now with 3 substitutes, Levitt, Herrick, and Olsen in, though they were probably the 3 best players on the court for the Knights in the first half. Herrick stuck on the ball, picking up his dribble. Olsen with the handoff to Elliott. Marchant from deep. Great hustle from Olsen and Levitt, but now the Knights are odd man on this. Points from the Royals in transition, only their second bucket in transition.
And just like that, it's an 8-0 run, and the Knights are only up 12, but there's a good pass and an easy bucket from Olsen. That's going to be the 7th assist for Herrick. Get the lead back up to 14, but still an 8-2 run for the Royals.
Getting to the point is Jones, soft right-hander. Another tip from the long and lanky Watlington. That's the 3rd time we've seen him tip that ball around the rim. When the Knights are helping over, Watlington's doing a great job of coming in behind the help and being there for the backside rebound. Levitt gets to the paint, chooses not to get to the end of the push against Marchant. Brown holding his hands up. Both Levitt and Marchant doing a great job getting to the elbow. Marchant was squared up on that. Levitt was playing with his back to the basket, didn't want to do anything with it. But the great movement from Marchant, getting to the left elbow, hitting the fadeaway, looking to get the and one. He finishes it. The Knights push back up to 15-point lead, weathering that 8-0 run early on in the second half.
And Marchant now 5 for 7. Really high shooting percentage there.
Marchant unable to stay with Swingler. Levitt comes over for help. And they're going to say tipped off of Levitt's hand. Ball comes in at the baseline. Jones surveys. Great backdoor cut by Brown, but Jones unable to find him. Levitt letting Jones get to his left hand. Short pass. Herrick on the rebound looking to push. He's got Marchant on the right. Marchant with the three-pointer. Just off. Fantastic rebound from Melong. Brown being forced left. Melong with the 3. Off ball hits the court. 3 Knights looking around. Who's going to get that ball? Herrick finally comes up with it. Second rebound for him in his many trips down the court.
Melong did have one of those in the first half. As
great job. Yeah, Melong changes that move. Air ball from Swingler. They're going to call a jump ball as that air ball comes into the hands of Watlington.
Looks like they're going to get together. That
might be a foul.
I don't know about a jump ball on that one.
Seemed really quick if it was a jump ball.
Looks like they are going to get that one right and call a foul, which I think is the right call on that one.
Agreed.
But going back to the layup for Olsen, if he would have just gone up strong, he's either going to make it or get fouled, but he goes with the double clutch, trying to get a little fancy there, misses the layup.
Brown squares up on Marchant. Jones back to Melong. This time he finds the bottom of the bucket. The Knights, I think, would have been happy with that shot, and considering how poorly they've shot, Levitt misses the 3 and then fouls Jones in transition. Zeigler comes to the bench. He'll come in for Levitt. That's Levitt's second foul. 14 fouls on the Knights. Foul situation, Isaiah Marchand with 4. He's on the bench. Jesse Barker also on the bench. No, Jesse Barker's checked in. Olsen is out. Jesse's on the court with 3. For the Royals, Burkholder has 3, and a couple other players with 2. So only Burkholder is in any sort of foul distress. Tim Jones with Herrick. Herrick will work to push him to his right hand. Brown squares up against Elliott. Drives baseline. And Brown steps out of bounds on that baseline drive against Elliott. Another offensive turnover. That's 7 turnovers for the Royals. 8 turnovers for the Royals. The Knights also with 8 turnovers. Handoff pick. Elliott steps out of bounds on the sideline to receive that pass. Knights up by 12. The Royals with an opportunity to get this lead down, cut the deficit to single digits with a 3-point play. Nice spin move by Jones with the right-hander. Lets him down. Again on the rebound. Watlington, who just is making a living around the rim off of the Knights' help play.
Yeah, somebody's got to get a body on him in there. Help down.
Barker with an opportunity on the right-hand side off the penetration. Unable to finish. They're going to call a blocking foul on Elliott. 10-point lead for the Knights. 9.5 minutes gone by in the second. And the first media timeout. So the Royals are looking to just inch back in, one shovel at a time, just digging and digging, trying to fill the hole that they had made for themselves, throwing it back in. They've gone from a 17-point deficit. Then it was a 20-point deficit. Now it's cut in half, and it's only a 10-point deficit. Really, it's off of the Knights have cooled down. They're still shooting over 50%, and 12 of 25, 40% from the three-point line. But the Knights have cooled off on their shooting percentage, and it's really a much better situation. 20 of 47, now up to 42%.
Yeah, and we talked about that starting this second half, Coach. What are the Knights going to do on offense when they do cool down a little bit? Because we knew that was going to happen. And we'll see what changes they make here as they do hold on to that 10-point lead, as you mentioned. But one of those big differences is those second chance points.
Up to 15
now for the Royals. Got to be better for the Knights.
And that's pushing them up to 30 points in the paint. They're not settling for outside jumpers. They're really taking advantage of their athleticism and getting into the paint, and then taking advantage of the Knights, who have to double team. And players like Watlington are coming in behind that double team and cleaning up the boards, and then getting second chance points right off of those rebounds. And now it's an 8-point lead off of both free throws.
And that's going to be huge for the momentum of the Royals as Barker bricks that three, but good hustle there by Levitt to get that offensive rebound.
Levitt surrounded by 3 players, gets the rebound, gets it to Herrick. Herrick finishes with the short jumper, pretty soft jumper from Herrick.
Yeah, instead of taking the 3 there, takes a dribble, steps into it. Nice little jumper there.
The dig from Herrick, gets the steal. He's got an opportunity for another little jumper. Pretty shot from Herrick. 4 points for him, extends the lead to 12. Coach Wardenberg laughing. Herrick has been the player of the game for the Knights.
And just like that, the lead is pushed back up to 12.
That long shot from Hagerman is off, Elliott with the reach from Tim Jones. Elliott does a great job getting hesitation. Pump fakes. Jones steps. Elliott takes him off the dribble. Jones will be forced to sit on the bench. $14 fouls for the Royals. Connor Marchant leads the team with 15 points. 3 for 3 shooting from the field, 2 for 5 from the three-point line. Another foul. Number 3, Ms. Nguegwe. He subs out as he picks up his 3rd foul. Quick in and out. Elliott with the shot off to the left. Got to a great spot. Should be an easy finish for him. He's going to want that one back. And a nice runner on the baseline from Hagerman. That's Hagerman's first bucket of the night. The Knights playing with a little more energy now. Better movement. Barker shooting another 3. Second miss in a row. Marchant cramping. Gets the rebound, but turnover. And the three-pointer, Barker comes down with the rebound. Marchant's going to have to come out again. That left leg just cramping like crazy on him. Oh, this one's the right now.
And obviously, you don't want anything to be wrong with Marchant there. But pace of play was getting a little quick, and I think both coaches are happy to have a little break here and be able to talk to their teams.
Somebody needs to go hit the pickle juice jar. They need Connor Marchant leading the team in points with 15. They need him on the court. A little pickle juice splashed in Gatorade and some salt pills. Get you back in.
Yeah, that's a good point, Coach. They're going to need him here in this last 9 minutes and 44 seconds. Holding on to that 10-point lead, but looking a little shaky. But you did mention energy has picked up after that last time out. These last few minutes looked a lot better energy-wise for the Knights.
Coach Wardenberg Sr. gathers the 5 players going back in as his son over there with the ailing Connor Marchant. Teams are both back on the court, but Marchant sitting in the Knights key. Should be the Knights ball. They did get the rebound.
I knew you did. First game of the year.
The Royals, neither Davis nor Jones are in. It looks like probably have a Brown running the point. Also in Maylong, Simmons, Hagerman with that last sweet runner from the baseline, and then Swingler.
Yeah, a lot of confidence with that runner. I believe it's the first time we've seen him here in the second half when he checked in. Took a three-pointer just a couple possessions before that runner. Didn't make it, but a lot of confidence on that runner.
Really love the play right now of Herrick. Herrick was Mr. Triton in high school. He's the smallest player on the court for the Knights and for the Royals overall, yet he's playing well beyond his size. Assists, you mentioned he's up to 7 assists with 8 points.
Looks like the Royals are going to be in a little full court pressure here.
Ball gets in the hand of the elder Marchant. Barker gets that ball, but overthrow. The pressure from the Royals causing a bit of chaos in the Knights' transition. So they tried to matriculate that ball up the court. That was a mess from the beginning. Wardenberg's demanding better of his team. Jones is back in. Jones trying to get his team in a position. Really stagnant play right now from the offense. Now Swingler, the short jumper, in and out, into the hands of Isaiah Marchant. He throws it over to Herrick, running the point. In and out. Herrick ends up with it. Now at the post play, high block. Great steal from Swingler. In transition, he finds Simmons. Simmons unable to finish. Levitt adjusting that shot from Simmons. And then he comes down with the rebound as well. And the second travel of that evening from Elliott, who was trying to figure out whether he was going to shoot or drive and got caught in between.
Yeah, and we talked about that earlier with coaching staff in the first half. Just telling him to make a decision. Whatever decision he makes is going to be fine. Got a great shot, can drive, just got to be confident in your decision.
Nice little move underneath from Simmons. Again, unable to finish. He's getting his shot. He's getting where he wants to be, but he's not able to put the ball in the basket. High elbow for Barker. Herrick comes off the pick. Levitt trying to get ball to Barker. Great defense from Melong. Falling is Isaiah. Marchant wanted the foul. No foul comes. And then stepping out. Second time we've seen that on that far corner. This time it was Hagerman. Immediate timeout comes at a good time for both teams. Off of the turnover for the Royals, but not great offense the last two sets down for the Knights. As they still lead by 10. Both teams have 3 timeouts remaining, 5 fouls apiece. The Knights down 5 points, 23 points in the second half for the Royals, the Knights with 18, which is why we have this 10-point lead for the Knights. The Knights now 44% three-point shooting, still over 50% from the field. Their defense holding up, 3 of 17 from the three-point line for the Royals. And I like that they haven't stuck to the outside shot. They really have come in and made a concerted effort to get to the paint, put the ball up, let's take advantage of our length, take advantage of the rebounding deficit that they put the Knights in, and that's allowed them to curb the lead for the Knights and still be in striking distance with just under 8 minutes.
Yeah, really surprised that the Royals haven't really attacked Marchant. Had those 4 fouls for quite some time now and really haven't gone at him on the defensive end at all, trying to get that 5th foul.
Marchant will be on the bench as Jones trying to be a pest and a fly to Herrick, reaches behind Herrick, kickball. Herrick trying to find that quick pass to Olsen. He and Olsen have been a great combination, a little Stockton to Malone action in the first half from those two bench players, making a huge difference for the Knights. Olsen with 11 points, second leading scorer. Isaiah Marchant is still on the court. Turnover. And Brown will bring the ball up. Burkhalter, whose name we have not called at all really in the second half. Long shot from Malong. He hit one earlier. Long rebound goes to Brown. The Knights unable to corral it. Jones will start back up again, using his right hand. Strong play from Olsen. No call initially. Late call against Olsen. right call. He got with the body. Did get the ball on the block, but really knocking Jones to the ground with the body.
Yeah, really late call there, as you mentioned. That does send Tim Jones to the line.
Knights not blocking out on that three-point shot. The long rebound goes over the head of Isaiah Marchant. Jones misses that one, only the second miss of the evening. Still shooting 88% are the Royals. Jones, 5 for 6. That was his first miss of the night. Misses 2 in a row after going 4 for 4. Sorry, after going 5 for 5, now he's 5 for 7. Herrick with a double pick with Olsen, and the shot well off from Marchant. Olsen knocks the ball out. Burkhalter will inbound to Jones. Been in this 10-point lead for some time. Pick comes, and the roll. Long two for Jones. Pretty shot, sweet lefty stroke.
Yeah, kind of surprised he took that after missing 2 free throws in a row. Usually you go to the free throw line, see the ball go through the net, get some confidence back. Even after missing those 2, pulls up for that jumper. Beautiful stroke.
Olsen gets to the lane. Push on Swingler before the shot. 16 foul. It's only the second foul on Swingler. Elliott inbounds. Up high. Initiating from the point. Pick handoff. Marchant gets to the lane, has to kick back out to Herrick. Herrick with the pump fake. Little handoff inside. And the foul and the shot. Burkhalter can't believe the call comes. Olsen with the pump fake, draws the foul, finishes the shot. Gets the lead back to 10, an opportunity to put it to 11. And Burkhalter goes to 4 fouls. Both teams now with significant players. Burkhalter for the Royals and Isaiah Marchant for the Knights with 4 fouls. The Knights also have Spencer and Barker with 3 fouls, and as the free throw is hit, 30-second full timeout called by Coach Wardenberg to finish that thought. The Royals, Swingler with 3 fouls, Nguegwe with 3 fouls, and those are the only other players in foul trouble.
Yeah, that was a good finish there by Malachi in tights. Kind of a little bit surprised that there wasn't a 3-second called in there. Yeah, it was pretty close. Olsen does get the benefit of the doubt and adds that and 1 to stretch the Knights' lead to 11.
Malachi Olsen, the 6'5" freshman from McCall, Idaho. One of 4 siblings. Coach Wardenberg revamping this roster. Malachi Olsen looks to play a significant role this year if he can keep playing like this. Olsen second on the team with 14 points. 2 for 2 in his free throw, 6 for 10 6 for 10 from the field. Jones, dribble right, drives left off the pick, kick out to Burkhalter. Burkhalter finds the basket off the 3-point play. On the shot. Now down by 12, or down by 8 rather.
Tough D up top by Jones.
Nice little one-handed, unable to finish. Tried to give the smoochie off the glass and not able to get it.
Good hustle getting back, though, after the easy missed shot. Deflects that pass out of bounds.
That little one-handed fake inside, turning, soft floater, tried to go off the glass, unable to finish. Crafty play. Got to finish that if you want it to end up on Sports Center top 10. Oh, the reach in. Called on Herrick.
Yeah, and that all starts out with not being in the right defensive position when Jones got the ball. He was too far to his right, gave him his left, and he's quick and shifty. Got to his left and came back to his right and forced Herrick to kind of reach to get back into a good defensive position.
Only the second foul on Herrick. Front end of the 1-1 as the Knights have 17 fouls. Jones, 6 for 8 on the night from the foul line.
Win it, Tom. Let's go.
Jones leads the Royals with 14 points, 7 assists, 4 for 10 shooting from the field, only shooting 40%.
Yeah, that's been a fun matchup as Jones hits that second free throw between Jones and Herrick, and he's going to pick him up a little three-court press here.
Does get his hand on that ball. Olsen with the handoff, dribble handoff to Isaiah Marchant. Marchant gives it up to Elliott. Spencer back, having to throw that ball up off the front end of the rim. First time that shot clock's come into a factor for the Knights. Great job by Jones getting to the paint, kicks out to his teammate Brown. Brown goes long, and the save by Melon goes right to the hands of Barker.
Yeah, we'll see what the Royals do on this defensive possession as they give up a quick shot from Barker after their best defensive possession, as you mentioned. Another quick three for the Royals. Again, off the mark.
And neither team doing great from the three-point line the last 5 minutes. The Knights with a 6-point lead. Swingler on Herrick. Jones is on Spencer. And Barker, as Olsen and Malon fight for the ball. Malon comes down with it. Nice job with the right-handed finish, getting to his offhand, the front of the bucket. 4-point lead for the Knights.
Yeah, did a good job there evading the help defender there in Barker, who was set. Couldn't run into him or it'd be called for a charge. Good job there by Jones.
Little runner from Spencer stems the tide. Lead back to 6. Knights doing much better when they're playing inside out. Barker probably needs to either get to the key and kick it or let his team drive and have him be the finisher off the drive. Air ball from Brown. Only 19% on the evening, 4 of 21. The Knights 12 of 31. They've cooled off from the three-point line, hitting 38%. Still a decent shooting percentage from three-point line. But you mentioned, Adam, that if they couldn't keep that up, you know, the Royals would have a chance to come back.
Yeah, and last year they shot 33% from the three-point line, which is a pretty good mark. If you're making 1 of 3 of your three-point attempts, that's pretty good, especially for a college team. And as you mentioned tonight, just those 4 of 22, 18%. And even with that low percentage, still only down 6 here.
So the Knights are only 2 second chance points on the evening, 15 second chance points for the Royals. And the Royals have really added to their repertoire with these fast break points that they're taking.
Hey, we're going to see some full court man-to-man. Nia Guegwe picking up Marchant.
Nice looking for this high point. Way to get his hand in the passing lane was Nguegwe. And they're going to call Marchant for his 5th foul, undercutting Nguegwe on that fast break attempt.
Really unfortunate way to go out of the game on your 5th foul on a call like that. Got to give credit to Nguegwe, though. Maybe understanding the situation, did a good job of getting his body into Marchant's body. But pretty unfortunate if you're a Knights fan.
Nguegwe will shoot 2. Averaged 8.5 points per game in the COVID season. And got a lot of minutes his sophomore season. 2019, 16 minutes per game, averaging 4.5 points.
Free throw shooting for the Royals down the stretch has really haunted them a little bit. That's 3 missed free throws just in the last few minutes. Could be a big difference as they're only down 5 here with 3 to play.
Switches coming up top. Burkholder reaches out. He was about to get beat by Elliott Spencer. Spencer had the step on him. Reaches out, bumps him. 1-and-1 with 8 fouls. Big foul shots now for the Knights as Spencer steps to the line.
That's another tough way to go out if you're Burkholder there. Definitely a foul, but just one you don't want to give up as Elliott misses the free throw, front end of the 1-and-1.
Getting back to his left hand was Jones and finding his teammate Nguegwe underneath. Good things happen for the Royals when Jones gets into the paint.
Yeah, just always keeps his eyes up, and there's another little bit of a ticky-tack foul there. This time, Watlington.
Putting Olsen on the line. The Knights are 9 of 11, shooting 81%. Olsen, this will be his third foul shot in the 1-and-1. And he misses the front end. Barker goes up strong, not able to come down with it. Swingler has the loose ball. Nguegwe looking to get the ball to Jones. Jones goes to his right hand. Now he goes to his strong left hand, gets into the paint, unable to finish. And this time, Watlington couldn't corral the rebound. The Knights nursing this 3-point lead. Free throw shooting also letting them down. Last 2 times they've been to the line. Herrick get the ball into Olsen. Olsen slips, and he's going to get called for traveling. Couldn't find an outlet as he was falling down. Didn't want to throw the ball away. Comes up hobbling.
Yeah, it looks like he did fall a little bit awkwardly there. Knee might have buckled a little bit on him. It's a huge offensive possession for the Royals. Got to go back to your bread and butter. They are going to call a timeout before they draw up a play.
Emphasizing your point, Adam. Big offensive play for them.
Wouldn't be surprised if they draw something up to get their best player, Tim Jones, the ball. Really in the paint at that free throw line, elbow area, where he can either attack the basket, try and get fouled, or draw that double, even triple team, because the Knights are collapsing so hard on him, and find an open teammate for an easy basket.
The Knights are going to need to collapse with their guards to cover the likes of Brown or Watlington on that back side when Tim Jones does penetrate. And I think you're right. I mean, he's getting to the paint every time.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of where you're going to funnel him, where you're going to put him, and are you going to force the outside shot, which the Knights did really well in the first half. They've allowed a lot more points. Currently, the Royals have 34 points in the paint.
Yeah, and a lot of those have come from second chance points as well, as we've mentioned and seen throughout the night. So that's another thing you got to be worried about for the Knights, is crashing the basket. If they do force a three-point shot from Jones to kick out to a three, gotta box out, because you know the Royals are going to be crashing the boards.
You know, I've been impressed with Coach Wardenberg's demeanor. I don't know if it's having his father here. He's been really calm and I think cerebral with the way he's handled the team, even in the face of this comeback from the Royals. The handoff to the cutting Watlington from Nguegwe. Now it's a 1-point lead for the Knights with a minute and a half left. See how this young team handles it. Olsen getting with the spin move to his right hand. Great job. Lead back up to three. Jones looks to the sideline. Coach Felix encouraging his team on. Swingler has not done much initiating. This is where, if you're Coach Felix, this is exactly what you want. You want Jones initiating, getting to the paint. Swingler doing a great job cutting backdoor on the baseline, draws the foul. I think it was against Olsen.
I think it's going to be on Levitt.
They were both there.
But you mentioned it there, just a great baseline cut there by Swingler. And he makes his first free throw.
That was, they did call it on Olsen. So that'll be Olsen's third foul. Both teams one foul away. Misses the second, and it's going to go off of the Royals. Swingler missing that second foul shot. The Knights with the ball. 2-point lead. 1 minute left on the game clock. 25 seconds on the shot. Interesting to see that quick drive, just barely misses it. There's Herrick trying to get back to shut down Jones. The turnover as Jones, ill-advised drive. Knights had three people around him trying to make a play. Didn't have anybody to kick the ball to. Timeout from Coach Wardenberg. 31 seconds left in the game, 21 on the shot clock. 2-point lead. Both teams with 9 fouls. Double bonus coming on the next foul both ways.
Yeah, and that goes to show the trust that Coach Felix has in his fifth-year senior point guard in Tim Jones. Just letting him go. And unfortunately there, if you're a Royals fan, just pushing it a little too hard on that one, forcing the pass. Maybe could have gone up there, tried to draw a foul, but he definitely is looking to find his teammates, and that goes to show with his 8 assists on the night along with his 17 points.
Connor Marchand is second on the team for the Knights. We haven't seen him score in a long time because of that cramp. Olsen now leads the team with 16 points on 7 for 11 shooting with 2 made free throws.
Yeah, really balanced attack for the Knights, which we knew was going to be a point of emphasis coming in, not only to this game, but in the season.
So the Knights bring out Herrick, Spencer, Levitt, Olsen, and Barker. The Royals have Nguegwe, Swingler, Maylong, Watlington, and Jones on the court.
Coach Wardenberg reminding his team that they do have 1 timeout left if they need it, if they get into a tough spot.
Knights trying to put pressure. They get a point here. It becomes a a basket, it becomes a 2-point game, 2-possession game for the Royals. The pick and roll, swing to the wing. Barker with the entry to Olsen. Olsen squares up. The spin move, the short jumper. And 10 seconds, 7 seconds left. Transition play. Jones draws the charge. Levitt picking up the charge. Huge call. The push off. Knights now 2-point lead, 3 seconds left in the game. And the Knights, if they win this, it's going to be on the back of some defensive play. That call was pretty close. We're watching here in the replay. Was Levitt stepping? Did the shoulder drop? If you're wearing blue, you don't want that call any way, shape, or form. That being said, the shot itself was way short, and the Knights were on the rebound, although maybe the whistle throws the shot off. You never know.
Well, it's a little surprising to me, Coach, just because usually the benefit of the doubt goes to the offense, and it was close. It really was close. If you're a Royals fan, you might be upset, but either way, got to play through it.
Full court press. Spencer finds Olsen. Olsen gets fouled quickly. And from Watlington.
He's going to have a chance to put the game away. 2.2 seconds. If he makes both of these free throws, 4-point lead, 2-possession game, puts it to bed. But last time he was at the free throw line, he did miss the front end. 2 for 3 on the night, I believe.
Yes, correct. 2 for 3.
Hey, active.
Subbing in for the Knights, big Brandon Ziegler, the freshman 6'9", tallest player for the Knights from Grant Pass, Oregon. Here's the shot, and he misses the front of 2. Now the second opportunity will allow a 3-point lead and force.
And this is where you get into that situation, Coach. Do you miss it and make them have to heave up a 3, or do you make it and give him a chance to set up a play? He does make it, giving the Knights a 3-point lead. It's going to be a timeout for the Royals, but they do have a chance now to set up a play.
Well, with the speed of Jones, he can get the length of the court with 4 dribbles. He can get to half court in a second and a half, giving them a half second for a shot. There's no doubt.
If they can get him running, even if he catches it in between the 3-point line and half court, you can get a dribble and he can get pretty far. It's not going to be at the 3-point line, but a pretty good look if that's who they get the ball to and that's what they decide to do.
Right, you don't need a full court pass a la Grant Hill at the foul shot in the Final Four. But Ziegler will be in front of this pass, try and make it a difficult inbounding pass. This is always the question. Do you put a man in front of the inbounder? Well, that's what Coach Wardenberg is going to do, as he conferred with Coach Wardenberg Sr.
Definitely telling the team at that timeout, do not foul.
No fouls.
Let them get a shot off, but do not foul.
And the final timeout for the Royals called. We'll see if the Wardenbergs change up their play. Olsen coming back in now. So looks like there might be a change in strategy, as Ziegler, I think, will take a seat. I'm not sure he made it into the stat book since there was no play.
Sure, his parents back home are excited though. See him check in a Knights jersey for the first time. Bright future ahead of the big man.
All right, same strategy being employed by Coach Wardenberg. Jones looking to go down, set up pick for Watlington. And the inbound stolen. They're going to call a kick ball, no steal. 1.7 left on the clock. Half a second went off the clock. Coach Felix looking over at the clock operator.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they add time back on the clock. They are going to add time back on.
2.2. Kick off the inbound means there was no play started. Immediate foul. I can agree with that. Illegal touch, so he still can run the baseline. Same play. Watlington tries to find Nguegwe off of the pass. 0.3 seconds left. No timeouts left for either team. Barker going to inbound this. Long pass over to the hands of Elliott Spencer. The Knights get their second win in 2 years. First win of the season in their first game. The irony that their first win comes against a team that they got their last win, these Royals. The Knights picked to finish 7th out of 8 in the Eastern Division of the USA South Conference. The first year the Knights are in the USA South Conference. They're looking to change minds. You know, the women's soccer team were picked to finish second to last in the East Division, and they finished second in the division, hosting a playoff game. Coach Wardenberg looking to do the same with this young Knights basketball team. Got to give props to the Royals. Looking over the stats, Adam, the Knights finished the night with 28 of 60, 46% shooting, 38% from three-point land. The Royals finished with 40% shooting and 18% with 4 of 22 from three-point line. 41 rebounds versus 34 for the Knights. 11 fast break points for the Royals, 15 second chance points to the Knights 2. That was really what kept them in that second half and allowed the comeback.
Yeah, and got to give the credit where credit is due. Down 15, coming into the second half, got it down to 3. Played really well here in the second half, the Royals. But also, we got to see the Knights have a little adversity early on in this young season, and they were able to fight through it. It wasn't pretty. It wasn't probably what the coaching staff or the players wanted, but a win is a win, and that's going to be huge moving on throughout this season, just getting that confidence, knowing that they can win tough, hard-fought battles.
Yeah, Malachi Olsen finished with 17 points, leading the Knights. Tied for the game high with Tim Jones. Connor Marchant was on those 15 points for most of the second half as he came out. They really missed him and his aggressive play. The younger of the Marchants, Elliott Spencer with 10 points. And then a smattering of Knights, 9, 8, 8. So as you mentioned, the Knights really spreading the wealth and allowing everybody to get involved. That's going to be a key for the Knights going forward. Can they keep getting everybody involved? Are they going to be able to be, this good and outside shooting as they were in the first half? Probably not. But they were able to hold on and grind. And as you said, young players finishing a game. You got to build on that if you're Coach Wardenberg and Coach Wardenberg Sr. You got to love the finish of this game.
Yeah, and it sets it up for a really exciting season. Should be a really good one. We're excited to be a part of it here through Knights Broadcasting. We'd like to thank everyone for joining us. Also thank the production crew.
Paul Morrissey up in the booth, camera crew. I'm Scotty Winterton with Adam Peterson. We hopefully will get everybody joining us on the next opportunity for Knights Broadcasting. We'll have the next home game Wednesday, November 17th against another ODAC team, Hampton-Sydney. We'll see you then, 6 p.m. Everybody have a good evening, and God bless.